UWN Championship Wrestling. I'm Todd Kennelly along with Christian Cole. This week, United veteran Fidel Bravo back in action.
Fidel Bravo, a guy that's frankly a legend here at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. He's back tonight in action for all of you.
Speaking of history, you talk about Big Mama, the very first United Wrestling Network World's Women's Champion. She makes her first title defense against Britney Brooks.
Talk about big personalities, a bodacious Big Mama. You're going to see her tonight. You're going to see exactly why she is the Women's World Champion.
And a match that's got everybody buzzing. It will be to determine a #1 contender. The winner of this will have a date with Destiny, a shot at the United Wrestling Network World title. Kenny King takes on Scorpio Sky.
I got to tell you, this is a match I've had circled on my calendar for over a month now. We're going to see Kenny King, the legend, fighting against Scorpio Sky, another legend. It is going to be an absolutely historic evening at Hollywood.
We don't have to wait. That match kicks us off. It is truly time to fight on. What a way to kick things off. History in the making. And what do you think of the combination of the pink dream team here of Alex Gracia and the challenger in this world title matchup, Britney Brooks?
Britney Brooks, Alex Gracia, they are a power couple here in Hollywood. The light's not too bright for these two ladies. From entrepreneurism to, of course, professional wrestling, they can do it all.
And who better to prepare the challenger Britney Brooks than somebody that faced Big Mama one-on-one with the title on the line in a historic fashion, that of course being Alex Gracia.
That's a great point to have Gracia in your corner after that incredible fight a number of weeks ago with the world champion Big Mama. It's got to be an advantage for Britney Brooks. We'll see how well she scouted her tonight.
There's only one that will ever be the first to ever do it. And after many years of speculation and wait, we finally crowned our first ever United Wrestling Network World Women's Champion. And you're looking at her in the one-woman wrecking crew, the badass biker chick, and the inaugural United Wrestling Network World Women's Champion, Big Mama.
Big Mama so impressive thus far in winning the championship and never turning down a fight. Big Mama is a special sight to see. You're going to see in this match her strength, but her ability to be nimble with the size that she has. There's a reason why this woman, Big Mama, is the United Wrestling Network Women's World Champion.
And when you stand across from her, you might not be too lucky, but luck was on the side of Big Mama. She was one of two selected by the Lethal Lottery to be in that historic inaugural world title matchup, one in which she scored the victory and made history as the first champion. Title is on the line here, the very first title defense for Big Mama, as our own Will Matson will soon set the stage.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the United Wrestling Network Women's Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Phoenix, Arizona, the center of attention, Britney Brooks.
Great reception for the challenger.
And her opponent, from Rydell High, she is the one-woman wrecking crew, big enough to beat you up. She is your United Wrestling Network Women's Champion, Big Mama!
Love the reaction for the crowd for the inaugural champion. Listen to this place come unglued, because they know they're seeing a spectacle here. You know, in the world of pro wrestling, you often talk about big attractions, the likes of the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant, and the reaction he would get. And Big Mama getting an incredible reaction here at the Irvine Improv.
And ultimately, TK, she's going to go down in history as the first ever United Wrestling Network Women's World Champion, and Big Mama so far making the fans of Hollywood very proud.
Yeah, no one can ever take that distinction away from Big Mama, but Britney Brooks, does she have, in your estimation, what it takes to take the title away in this, the first title defense for Big Mama?
Well, normally I would say it'd be a difficult challenge for her on an evening like tonight, but we discussed it earlier. I mean, Alex Gracia just went one-on-one with Big Mama for that championship. She had as good of a look as you're gonna get at that title and at her opponent tonight, Britney Brooks' opponent tonight. So perhaps she has a leg up with the information that Gracia has given her.
Some stern words, and when you're in there with Big Mama, you're gonna take a physical and verbal beatdown. And the rear waist lock, as James Kincaid, my longtime partner, would say, that dog won't hunt. Because Big Mama just has so much size and stature, a lot of the stuff in your normal offensive playbook, it's not going to work. Fireman's carry position here. Britney Brooks, though, using her agility. See right there.
Wow.
Normally, there you go. Deep arm drag would have her opponent grounded. Not here.
Yeah, you make a great point that your playbook is dwindled by 60-70% of what you normally try to do to attack your opponent. But Brooks, smart there with a insecurity there, and now follows up with an elbow. Brooks.
Yeah, took the stairway up. It'll be a stairway to heaven if she can win the title. Now again, look at that. Look for the Bulldog. Normal size opponent could probably get her down with it. Not the United Wrestling Network World Women's Champion. You got to chop that big tree down. And that's what Brooks is trying to do here, Christian.
It's really the base for Big Mama, the strength in the legs, the quads. She's able to hold just Britney Brooks on her back. During a submission, she's not going down to the canvas. She's not looking for a rope.
Much like Hex tried to do with Maximilian, unsuccessfully so. Oh, and look at that. All the body weight goes down. Short flight, bad landing. We got to take a break. The champ in control.
Yep, your worst nightmare. Your car broke down. Unless you already called Car Shield, the legit #1 auto protection company in the country. When you're protected with a plan through Car Shield, the process is smooth like ice and done in as little as 3 steps. 1, the tow truck takes your car to the shop. The cost of towing, covered when you got a plan through Car Shield. 2, plans through Car Shield have rental car options too. 3, when you pick up your vehicle, you don't have a big repair bill to worry about. When you call Car Shield, whether you got a small problem like a power window motor or a big problem like an engine or transmission that could cost you thousands of dollars, you're taken care of. Call Car Shield now.
Call Car Shield for coverage on up to 5,000 parts and get the Car Shield guarantee. Call 800-764-5611. 800-764-5611.
Welcome back, everyone, to Championship Wrestling. What a way to kick things off. The first ever title defense for the first ever United Wrestling Network World Women's Champion, Big Mama. And you can see the anguish on the face of the challenger, but she's rallying back to a vertical base.
Yeah, able to fight up with a couple right hands, but then just
my goodness,
eats an X Factor in the center of the ring. Big Mama might have knocked her out. This fight might be over, TK.
Mama said knock you out. Into the cover now, deep hook of the leg. Yeah, drove her down, and think of all that added body weight and velocity going down, straight down to the canvas. Right to the cranium, and now again, I think Big Mama, as tough as she is, I think she really relishes in just torturing opponents as well.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's a certain amount of showmanship in Big Mama. She knows where the money is. And she's equally entertaining as she is badass. This is the world champion, Big Mama.
Nowhere to go but down, and the Pink Dream, Alex Gracia, found herself in a nightmare when she was in there with Big Mama as well. And I just don't know that the likes of Britney Brooks or Alex Gracia, as we saw in previous weeks, is able to have an answer for the physicality of Big Mama. Look out here, full head of steam. Nowhere to go but down, and you do not want to be in a corner. Look out, look out! Oh my goodness. You often hear that called a hip attack in wrestling. That was like an 18-wheeler coming at you, barreling down.
I love the tenacity of Big Mama, even though she's the world champion and she can stay back on her heels and hope that Britney tries to come take it from her. No, she goes in there looking for a fight, punishing the challenger.
Still to come this week, Scorpio Sky Kenny King, #1 contender. But we got the #1 contender for the World Women's title, Britney Brooks, here doing everything she can to survive, let alone trying to win here. Look at this, crossbody gets caught.
Oh, Britney's caught. And this is a big problem for Brooks. Oh my goodness.
Big power slam. And again, that will just send a shudder through your spine.
You can see Alex Gracia emotional on the outside as she watches Britney Brooks take a beating, but Brooks somehow able to maneuver out of the way, somehow elusive and now fighting back.
Look for that big King Kong knee, a la Bruiser Brody, but King Kong fell off the Empire State Building there. But oh my gosh, incredible. Just so defiant is the champion. Just when you think you got a light at the end of the tunnel, it's just a freight train coming your way.
What's she thinking here? Oh, no one home there.
And that's what Britney's got to do, and what Gracia did, in fact, is make the champion make a mistake and do some of the work for you. You know, I don't think Britney could get her down on her own, making the champion do the heavy lifting there, so to speak.
Brooks looking for forearm after forearm, trying to punish the champion, trying to take her down. Brooks knows she could be just 3 seconds away from a world championship.
Wow, was that a spear by Britney Brooks? What a collision that was. And you can see the shock on the face of the champion. She is not used to getting taken off of her feet like that. And her body is not used to hitting the canvas like that, so she might be in trouble. And Brooks, the challenger, has got to keep the pedal to the metal.
Britney Brooks is doing exactly what she needs to do. She cut the bigger opponent down off her feet and now follows in with a nasty knee.
Calls that the Britney.
The Britney hits. And Big Mama looking worse for wear. Somehow able to power out of that corner.
Uh-oh. Look out, Mommy. The Rhino's getting too close to the car here. And the champ just running her down. You know that Britney takes a lot of opponents out. Christian, look out here. Big Mama Bomb coming. Big Mama Bomb. This is how she won the title. Count to 100. This thing's over.
Is your winner, and still United Wrestling Network Women's Champion, Big Mama!
Successful title defense in incredibly dominant fashion, because we know how good Britney Brooks is. But how on earth are you going to stop this reign of absolute torture of Big Mama as champion?
Impressive performance by Britney Brooks. You got to give her flowers tonight. She hung in there and fought the champion and was unable to get the title tonight, but Britney Brooks showing everybody here exactly why she was in that position in the first place. And Gracia looking to congratulate the Pink Dream partner.
Yeah, she'll live to fight another day. A great effort. Both of these incredible. Oh my goodness, what in the world?
What the hell? Now what the hell is this?
I talked about it. You know, Pink Dream, Pink Nightmare. We heard in that promo when Britney said, when I win the title, and Gracia said, when we win the title. I think Gracia was hitching her wagon to Brooks to ride the gravy train all the way to the title, and when Brooks couldn't get it done, this is what we see. The sore loser here isn't Britney Brooks. She gave a great account of herself. It's Alex Gracia. What a disgusting display.
Gracia, as we go now to the replay,
yeah, first
you're gonna see, the two women congratulating each other in a celebration of the performance of Britney Brooks, who came up short but looked good, and then now, oh my God.
Incredible.
Alex Gracia just turning her back.
Disgusting display.
And now beating down. Unbelievable.
And take nothing away from Britney Brooks, because look at the end of the match now, that Big Mama Bomb. I don't care who you are, you're not getting up from that. Brooks showed a lot of fight in the match, and now she's got a fight on her hands with Alex Gracia. We'll be back.
Hey folks, I'm Chris Salcedo, your liberty-loving Latino, and if you're like me, you want to stay sharp, informed, stay connected. But if your hearing isn't what it used to be, it can feel like you're missing out on the conversation. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Nano Hearing Aids, the affordable, high-quality solution that's changing the way Americans hear the world around them. Nano Hearing Aids are sold direct and shipped straight to your home. Plus, the Nano Hearing Aids are a fraction of what you'd expect to pay for prescription hearing aids.
I didn't realize how much hearing I lost until I put the Nano Hearing Aids in.
Nanos aren't available in stores and supplies are limited. Call now to find the hearing aid perfect for you and your budget.
No prescription, no doctor, ordered online.
It's made a huge difference in my life, and I'm grateful for it.
Get back great hearing with Nano Hearing Aids. This special TV offer won't last long. Call now.
Call 800-644-1488. That's 800-644-1488. 800-644-1488.
Outlandish Zicky Dice here, your television champion, with another hot episode of ZDTV. As you can see, I still have the title, which means I've been victorious, but we are still looking for submissions. If you want a shot at my championship, email me at zickydice@zicky... What's this?
My man, Sticky Dice. You know, I took every single step you asked and did the email. So I'm here to tell you that your challenge that was once open is now closed.
I don't remember you sending in an email. Anyways, it's time for our clip of the week. Here's our clip of the week.
You're right. Here's our clip of the week.
Welcome to the main event. I am that guy that walks the part. I am the guy who talks the part. I am the guy because I am the part. And when the red light comes on, it's time to go. Main event, Daniel always puts on a show.
I am sorry. I am so sorry, folks. I am embarrassed. We seem to be having some technical issues here today at ZDTV. You know what I have? I have a punch. Because you have a face that looks like I could punch.
Hey, easy, big guy. Not this face.
I didn't even get his name.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 195 pounds, the grand jewel of professional wrestling, and the man with the aura, Joey Lancaster.
Joey Lancaster always has that smug look on his kisser. I find that ironic because this guy's never met a mirror he didn't like.
You call it smug, tomato, I call it confidence. This is a man who comes in with the weight of the world on his shoulders, but not a care on the planet.
The man with the aura, very self-absorbed, certainly will have high regards for himself if he can get the victory here.
And his opponent, from Guerrero, Mexico, weighing in at 180 pounds, Fidel El Bravo.
Your alarm ever go off in the morning, you just jump out of bed and say, palabra! Or is that just me after watching Fidel
For the last 10 years, every time he puts his hands up like that, palabra, I get all into it. Fidel Castro. Fidel Bravo, excuse me.
Well, you're going way back. But
one of the absolute mainstays in SoCal pro wrestling.
Not to be confused with the dictator of Cuba.
No, exactly.
But
who may or may not have passed away, we're not sure.
Fidel Bravo. Yeah, we talked about Lancaster never meeting Amir he didn't like. Bravo never met a fight he didn't like. I mean, think of who he's taken on lately. The likes of 1 in a Million, Maximilian. And what a match. You know, you often hear sometimes of people stock rising in a losing battle. I think that was the case with Fidel Bravo when he took the pretty boy pitbull, Kenny King, to the limit in recent action.
Yeah, what a match that was. It's up on our YouTube channel. We encourage everybody to go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and follow along with some of the great history of Hollywood. And there we see that
shadowy figure again.
Yeah, that mysterious man that we've seen a number of times over the last couple of months.
And we've heard about him talking about the status, the fall of society. I mean, what do you think he's doing out here, Christian?
It's impossible to tell. No one's been able to get an interview with this man. I don't even know what his name is, but I do know, like TK just mentioned, that the fall of society is a scary sounding issue. And now he's taking a close look at Lancaster versus Bravo.
We're here on the West Coast and some serious surfboard action there by Fidel Bravo, making Joey Lancaster pay the price. I don't know if he's out, is he out here scouting talent? Is he just looking to cause chaos? There's been plenty of that in the United Wrestling Network as of late. You know, does he bought time to be on this program? Is he hacking our signal with those messages? I mean, we just don't know what to think about it. Nobody has answers. I tried talking to the production team. They didn't know where those transmissions were coming from.
I was talking to them earlier. I said, is there a possibility I can get an interview with this guy? Just try to get a word from him. What he intends to do with the matches and the fighters that he comes and watches ringside. And now Bravo and Lancaster seem to be under the study of this shadowy figure.
Well, we're going to just try and do our job and keep to the action at hand. Out the back door went Lancaster, takes him down with a big high-impact slam into the cover. And Lancaster, took advantage of recent opportunity. He was in a non-televised matchup, impressed the powers that be, and now finds himself under the bright lights here on this program, Championship Wrestling. Would love to make good on that and keep that momentum rolling by beating one of the absolute stalwarts of this program in Fidel Bravo.
This guy Lancaster's a good-looking kid. He's got a great physique. You can see the athletic prowess as he goes in for the cover. And kind of reminds me of a Juvi Guerrero, a la WCW.
Yeah, a little frustration here on the face of Lancaster, who ironically hails from San Diego. But you can't waste your time in there. I mean, Bravo is such a veteran and has got that.
Oh, yeah, he'll make you pay.
He's got that hot temper as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this flexibility. That's a long way to go for the standing switch by Bravo, but he gets there, used all that momentum. Full head of steam, standing Hurricane Rana, beautifully done. Look out here, looking for it. La Revolucion.
Let's go do it.
Dos, tres, sí.
Here is your winner, Fidel Bravo.
Fidel Bravo gets the win. He's had some gutsy performances as of late, but got the short end of the stick. Let's take a look at this replay brought to you by Laundry Sauce. Fidel Bravo had the special sauce in this one. As we look back at the action, you had that shadowy figure out there. You had Lancaster looking good at times, but that hot-blooded Latino temper, he's scrappy and got him with the La Revolucion.
The veteran Fidel Bravo able to come up with a victory against the rising star, Joey Lancaster. Hits it nasty right there. Beautiful finish by Fidel Bravo, puts his opponent away, and now standing, dancing, enjoying his victory. The fans, they love Fidel Bravo.
They're going crazy. Let's just say it. Fidel wins. Fidel wins. Fidel wins. But who will win coming up?
Palabra.
Indeed. Ay, Dios Dios mío, what a victory for Fidel Bravo. But who will win coming up when Kenny King battles Scorpio Sky? High stakes between the best, and the pretty boy Pitbull coming up in our main event.
Do not go anywhere.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks night guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. Call now.
What's up, mi gente? It's the United Wrestling Network World Heavyweight Champion, Daniel Limelight. We're in Coastline Clash season. And although I don't have an opponent this year, and I won't be representing the United Wrestling Network brand inside the squared circle as the fighting champion you know me to be, I'm representing the brand elsewhere. See, right now, I'm in Covington, Kentucky, shooting this new psychological thriller called The Asylum. So all of you, keep your eyeballs peeled for when this movie releases, as I'll be playing one of the main antagonists, Malvo. And while you keep your eyeballs peeled for this movie, I'm going to keep my eyeballs on the #1 contendership match between Kenny King and Scorpio Sky. 2 legends in the ring. 2 people who have a claim to what they think is their throne, my championship. May the best man win, because when they see Papi, I'm putting whoever it is down. Until then, enjoy some of this behind-the-scenes footage of what we got going on in this new film.
For the United Wrestling Network World Championship. Introducing first, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 225 pounds, the pretty boy Pitbull, Kenny King.
Main event time. Todd Kennelly, Christian Cole with the call of the action. I often say it, for Kenny King, winning titles has been his business. Business has been good. Former Ring of Honor World Champion. Ring of Honor World Tag Team title holder, X Division champion. He wins here, he gets another crack at the United Wrestling Network World title.
You know, you looked at the earlier part of this man's career. He was a cruiserweight, he was a high flyer. He has absolutely adopted every angle of the game going into this fight.
Tell you, Christian Cole, I know this music brings a lot of memories back to you. There were many years I never knew if we'd hear it again in the United Wrestling Network.
I hear this music from the great Scorpio Sky, and a funny story of I think the nephew of Marty Jannetty is who created this song, and it brings back a lot of feelings, nostalgia, pride, all because of this man, a multi-time world champion, multi-time TNT champion, first ever AEW Tag Team Champion, Scorpio Sky, a bona fide star. And again, Todd, we talked about it earlier in the broadcast. This is a fight I've been looking forward to all month. Two of the greats of the last 20 years in professional wrestling colliding under the Hollywood banner. Here we go.
Bill Sounds, winner of this, has a date with Destiny, a shot at the United Wrestling Network World title. And as you heard the pretty boy Pitbull say in that backstage interview, neither one of these guys has really gotten the upper hand on one another. They fought against each other, they fought with each other. There's been a lot of parity between the two, but if there was ever a chance for somebody to get the upper hand, it's here with the stakes so high.
Yeah, and they've gone toe-to-toe before. We know that. These two men are no strangers to one another, but never for the implications that tonight has, which is that the winner of this match will become the #1 contender. Big stakes on the line in this fight.
And despite the lengthy history of Scorpio Sky in the United Wrestling Network, where he is a former Heritage champion, a former 5-time and the first ever television champion on this program, one thing he's never had is a shot at the United Wrestling Network World title. Now he had a shot at then NWA World Champion Scrap Iron Adam Pearce in the early days of this program. But that is something that Kenny King has had. He went toe-to-toe with Danny Limelight and came within an eyelash of winning the title.
You can see Sky now, who's trying to fight out of this position. Kenny King's got his back. It's not where you want to be if you're Scorpio Sky vying for a #1 contendership.
Sky with the 2-on-1 wrist control, and I mean, if you grab your wrist and torque it, you'll know that your body's going to go where your wrist goes. And Sky did that into the arm wringer, but nice agility by Kenny King to get to the ropes and force the break.
You know, it's good to me to see these two men having a good time in the ring. I mean, super huge stakes tonight with the #1 contendership on the line, but they enjoy what they do. These guys love their job, and I'm sure they love testing their skills against one another.
You know what I see here too, though, Christian? Two guys that know each other quite well. They've certainly scouted each other over the years, but two absolute professionals. They're going to keep it fundamental early because they know fools rush in. You don't want to make a huge mistake early because your opponent could immediately capitalize and get a shocking quick win.
Yeah, and neither man, of course, not unfamiliar with the bright lights of Hollywood. Both men wearing world championships and television championships and every championship you could think around our sport around the world.
And since returning, Scorpio Sky has been cool, calm, and collected. No anger management classes needed for Sky, if you get my drift. Out of the head scissors.
And even Sky, unable to keep a straight face. I think we all thought that was pretty clever by Kenny King.
Little homage to the King of Pop by Kenny King, but who will have a shot to be the king of the United Wrestling Network?
That's it.
All right, thank you, good night.
He's like, where can we go from that moment right there?
Well, Kenny King does hail from Las Vegas, where there's no shortage of Michael Jackson
tons of them.
impersonators, so I'm sure he's seen his fill. Back to square one.
Maybe a test of strength here.
Switching it up here is, nope, thinking better of it. Do you remember the time? Speaking of Michael Jackson, that these two finally will lock up. Oh, Sky now playing. These guys, what are they pulling?
Wait a minute.
Oh my goodness! Look at, speaking of Michael Jackson, just beat it. We got a knife fight here, imaginary knife fight. Oh my goodness!
So you want to be bad?
Shamon and Game On between these two. Can you imagine a Michael Jackson concert?
Yeah, cue the Eddie Van Halen solo.
Okay. Well, both these guys have been pretty bad over the years, in a good way. You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
I got to tell you, Todd, it really is a treat to watch a legendary fight like this as these fans in Hollywood starting to get into the action.
Two guys that are so confident in control that you know that
but they're having a good time, TK.
Yes.
They still enjoy their careers. 20 years in, about 40 years combined experience. They're loving it, but let's not forget to keep their eyes on the prize. United Wrestling Network World Championship #1 contendership on the line.
That is indeed Kenny King running over Scorpio Sky. Look out, looking for the royal flush here. And now looking for the ace of spades. Both looking to empty their clips early. #1 contendership. It's like watching a mirror match. We got to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Every year, 800,000 children are reported missing. That's one child every 40 seconds. It's every parent's worst nightmare. Right now, there are 483 missing children cases still open. Your card donation can help keep kids safe and bring missing kids home. Donate your unwanted card today. Fast, free pickup, 24-hour response. Plus, you'll get the maximum tax deduction.
Call 800-912-4231.
We bring you back to our main event. #1 contendership to be determined. The crowd chanting, "This is awesome," throughout the break. And but again, you get that powder keg mentality. Both these two incredible professionals, just masters of their craft, are having fun in there thus far. But you gotta believe, in the immortal words of Jim Ross, that business is fixing to pick up.
You know, you got to talk about Danny Limelight for a minute, who has been an absolutely wonderful world champion, near 1,000 days at this point as champion. But if you were ever going to have someone carry this company into the future, either one of these men would be an ideal candidate, whether it be Kenny King or Scorpio Sky, as Sky hits that nice hip toss. Either one of these men would be a media darling in holding the United Wrestling Network World Championship.
Into the cover
going
now,
forward.
off the short leg drop there by Scorpio Sky. Yeah, absolutely guaranteed, but think of the incredible title reign of the radioactive Poppy, Danny Limelight, and his most recent title defenses over the likes of Ace Austin. What a match that was. Look out here, side Russian leg sweep, and Kenny King himself. Limelight bested him. Kenny King wants another shot. Cover now off the side Russian leg sweep, doesn't elect to hook the leg, but was driving that forearm there.
Yeah, I got a little inside baseball for you. I watched Sky do that Russian leg sweep and then back roll into a kneeling position as Sky continues to attack. The thing that I noticed is, here's a cover here, Todd, outside leg, only two. The thing that I noticed about Sky's ability to be so nimble, I mean, in 2014, 2015, he had neck issues. There was a lot of injuries that he has fought through over the course of the last 10 years. He has absolutely never looked better than he does right now. Certainly #1 contender material is Scorpio Sky.
Completely agree. And I think that, you know, his conditioning since coming back, because, you know, when he was injured and couldn't get ring time, he was really working on his cardio, and I heard that he went back to his high elevation training in Big Bear, California, and those lungs have got a lot of capacity, and he's got a capacity to give a beat down here to Kenny King. Bunch of unanswered shots. Kenny King says he doesn't wait in lines. He likes to party. He's feeling the hangover right now, courtesy of Scorpio Sky. Rolls him into the cover, looking for the win. No, not yet.
Sky thought he had King out cold. King was able to hear that count from referee Chris Massey, kick out at 2 just in time to save this #1 contender possibility.
Scorpio Sky had a recent victory over the coldest wrestler on the planet, Ice Williams, WWE ID prospect, and Kenny King coming off of a very gutsy win over Fidel Bravo. Bravo gave him everything he had. King got the better of him. But it might come down to who counters best here. Look at that. You talk about the neck injuries. This might be really, really trouble here for Scorpio Sky. And Kenny King is not beyond targeting. Goes upstairs with the big clothesline. Sky looks to be out of it. Looks knocked down. It's over. No, not yet.
Inside out went Scorpio Sky from that nasty clothesline from Kenny King, and this match just turned serious. Both men starting to realize exactly what's on the line here tonight from Hollywood.
Your thoughts on going for the neck? Shortcut,
I think it's smart.
Bad sportsmanship, or good scouting?
I think it's smart. I think for Kenny King, he has to do exactly whatever it takes to put himself in the limelight, so to speak, of fighting Danny and getting that world title.
Well, you mentioned early this is going to be a fight. There was a lot of histrionics. There was a lot of fun early. It's a fight now into the cover now after that beautiful snap suplex with the float over into the full mount, ground and pound. Kenny King in control.
I mean, these guys look as good as they did in 2007. They have not lost a step. In fact, just like fine wine, both men continue to get better, continue to perfect their craft. Man, Scorpio Sky versus Kenny King, 2025 from Hollywood. What a night!
Gotta love it. We had this one circled on the format. I mean, and you talk about money lines in Vegas and such. This one is, as they would say, a pick 'em. It is even, Steven. You think of the accolades of both.
Yeah, I think folks who know me and know Sky, know we have a relationship, know that I'm a little biased towards my boy, but Kenny King's one of my favorite wrestlers that's existed over the last 20 years. His work in TNA, his work in Ring of Honor, it's as good as it gets. Kenny now looking for the #1 contendership at only 2.
That springboard, I think a little gamesmanship. That springboard drop kick, very reminiscent there of Frankie Kazarian, a partner of Scorpio Sky in the SCU. And imitation, not the sincerest form of flattery, but a desperation jawbreaker there by Scorpio Sky. But it just seems like Kenny King is one step ahead at this point, Christian. I know you might not want to admit it, but a beautiful throw there. Exploder suplex, fall-away slam action into the cover. Another close call. And again, if that neck is compromised, Christian, how hard is it? How much pressure does that put on Scorpio, even just in kicking out of a pin attempt?
Yeah, I mean, any type of velocity or torque that you put on your body you're going to feel it in your neck. And Kenny smartly now taking away the vertical base, laying Sky down. Only one shoulder down. Referee Chris Massey right on top of it. Sky not fading. I don't think it's all the way in deep enough to put Sky out.
I mean, this could end it here. That neck has been compromised.
Oh, wait, he's starting to go, Todd. Yeah. He's starting to go.
He's got it under the chin.
This might be it.
Referee Chris Massey checking it. It drops. If it drops a third time, this thing is over. Sky holding on for dear life.
And you can see in the eyes of Sky some life coming back. His goal to become United Wrestling Network World Champion still in front of him as Sky gets to a vertical base.
And he's got the fans behind him, but look at this, clubbing shots by Kenny King again, just recklessly going to that upper extremity that has been such a thorn for Scorpio Sky by injury over the years. Look at this, trying to dig down deep, pop the hips, but a beautiful, beautiful defense by Sky there to the suplex.
Sky knows if he goes up, he's coming down hard. He's going to do everything he can to stop it. Halfway up went Sky, able to fight out.
Into a flatliner and a jumping variety at that. That had a whole lot of velocity. Now, Scorpio Sky might not be able to immediately capitalize here, Christian, but it does give him some much needed time to recover.
Scorpio Sky with that 50-inch vertical, able to grab the neck and head of Kenny King and slam him down into the canvas. King has not looked at this bad at all during this match.
Both these guys are world-class athletes.
King, I don't think he knows where he is. He goes in, there's no one there.
Now, amazingly, Sky seems to be one step ahead, seems to be the quicker of the two, seems to have his mental faculties about him. Look out, knee lift, clothesline. Just stringing together the offense, getting some big-time combo points here, Christian.
The pride of Southern California, Scorpio Sky looks to potentially put away Kenny King and become #1 contender. Wow. Sky hits it, he hits it.
Sky high cutter there into the cover. Oh my goodness, only a fraction of an inch, just a sliver of light between the official's hand hitting the canvas. Unbelievable for that 3 count. As Kenny King kicks out and shows his toughness. You got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, Sky taking advantage of the loopy Kenny King. After that flatliner, he really hasn't been the same. You could see unable to stay on his feet, having to use the rope to keep balance, and also using it to fight back against that Irish whip. And this Todd Kennelly has turned into a fight.
Yeah, 2 of the very best to ever do it. Look out here, beautiful cover, but no, got distance, and into the spine buster.
That'll do
High impact, 1, 2, 3, coming, no.
Oh,
Sky now digs down deep. We got to take a break. Both of these incredible competitors are giving it everything they've got, leaving it in the ring. We'll be back. Catch your breath.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. Call now.
Welcome back, everyone, to our main event, and what a main event it is, one for the ages. Kenny King, Scorpio Sky, decorated champions, vying for a shot at the richest prize on this program, the United Wrestling Network World Title. And boy, this has been something special, Christian. What a fight.
Yeah, and either way, whether Kenny wins, whether Sky wins, Danny Limelight better be watching this tape and watching carefully. 1,000 days as champion, and one of these two men looks to take it away from him, but now both spill out to the outside.
Both crumble to the floor, and there's that capoeira-style offense by Kenny King that can catch you from anywhere. You saw it there, but both have been taxed completely of energy in this matchup. I mean,
what a fight we've witnessed,
really,
Todd.
It's really going to go to instinct here. I mean,
yes.
Imagine, you know who might be winning this fight right now is lactic acid. Imagine what's going on in the muscles of these
frankly,
guys.
the fans have won with this classic battle between these two men. It started out lighthearted. It started out like, you know, both these guys just enjoying this part of their career, knew it was in front of them, and it's slowly turned into a barn burner.
You know who wants to see You know who wants to see a double count out here? Danny Limelight.
That's right.
And that's what nobody else wants to see, because then it's a stalemate, and they both
in. They got back in.
Broke the plane and beat the count at the count at 9. I believe it was 9. They're going on 10.
Thank
My
God,
goodness.
TK, because we want to see a result with this #1 contendership fight. Scorpio Sky versus Kenny King, tearing the roof off of this building in Hollywood.
Tell you what, is the United Wrestling Network back with a vengeance with battles like this? Incredible. Ones that harken back to the early days, the Showcase Theater. This one harkens back to the type of rivalries of Colt Cabana and Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, of Sky and Willie Mack back in the day. I'd put it right there.
I would agree with you. And this isn't even for the title. This is for a shot at the title.
It is indeed. What's going to be left to whoever wins this thing when they vie for the title? Downstairs goes Scorpio Sky, European uppercut. Following in is Kenny King. Neither can sustain the advantage.
Sky
through into the single leg crab, center of the ring. Dead center, dead to rights perhaps.
And we've seen Sky make men tap out with this half Boston crab. Scorpio Sky ripping at the knee of Kenny King, looking to earn the #1 contendership.
Sky is coming off of a victory with this very hold in his last matchup. Kenny King, however, presence of mind, gets to the ropes, and that'll save him, at least for now. But I'll tell you, if you compromise that lower extremity of King, he's not going to have the base to get you up for the Royal Flush.
And you have to admire King, who went against the ligaments in his knee to reach out for that bottom rope and break the count. The courage of Kenny King.
And now Kenny King able to grapevine the leg, and he's got a single crab. A big game, and this entire match has been anything you can do, I can do better.
I could do anything better than you is what Kenny's telling Sky right now. Will Scorpio Sky tap out to the same move he's put men away with? The same submission. Sky getting ripped from the bottom rope. Kenny with great ring position. Will this be the end of the match? Will Sky tap out?
Incredible. He doesn't want to. He's coming back from injury. He desperately wants championship gold back around his waist. He's hitting himself to not do it, but he's second guessing. Can I get to the ropes? Can I survive this?
The pain in his knee to reach for that bottom rope, and he's able to do it.
The will to survive, but does he have what it takes to win at this point? Both crumble to the canvas, both feeling the effects of the single crab both ways.
This match has been everything we thought it would be. It's been hard-hitting, it's been fast, it's been fun.
This has been one big pendulum of momentum that has been swinging back and forth from beginning to end, looking for for the Royal Flush. Again, out the back door is Scorpio Sky. Roll up, nicely done. Powers him out, does Kenny King, into the roll up the other way. And now look at this version of the Magistral Cradle. Kenny King back to a vertical base himself, rolls through, gut wrench into the cover. My gosh, trying keeping up with this is incredible. Trying to catch these guys in the cover is like catching smoke with your bare hands. Jackknife now.
Oh, he got him! He got him! Scorpio Sky's the #1 contender! Oh my goodness!
Here is your winner, Scorpio Sky!
These guys emptied their clips, Christian Cole. How fitting is it between two incredible competitors and professionals that it comes down to fundamental wrestling? A jackknife cover gets the 1, 2, 3.
2025 and both of these men still putting out banger after banger. But on a night like tonight, Scorpio Sky becomes the #1 contender for Danny Limelight's World Championship. Sky the victor. What a match.
One of the greatest matches in United Wrestling Network history, and I think we're qualified to say that, Christian, because we've been here since day one.
What a hell of a fight we just witnessed. A classic will go down in history as one of the best we've seen here in Hollywood, and Scorpio Sky looks to ascend the ladder to the United Wrestling Network World title.
We are seeing the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. What an incredible effort by Kenny King. He left it all in the ring. It could have gone either way, and iron sharpens iron. Mutual respect on display here.
Beautiful show of respect between these two fighters. Kenny King giving Sky his props. Scorpio Sky on top of the world. And who the hell is that?
What is this?
What the hell is that?
No.
Oh my God.
Do you know? Big baby Slim. We haven't seen him in years.
Attacking Sky in one of the bright moments of his career.
Not at this. Why now? You gotta
what the hell's
be kidding
going
me.
on here, TK?
Christian, this guy is a menace. He's a maniac. He used to team with the likes of Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. I saw him and Pierce team against The Miz and DDP back in the day, for God's sakes. But this guy's an absolute murderer. And why would he pick now to return and make an example out of Scorpio Sky, who can't possibly have anything left after that hellacious battle with King?
Someone's got to put a stop to this, as Scorpio Sky, #1 contender, now being attacked.
Completely ran him over, folks. We gotta go. I don't know what to make of this. We wanted to
Baby Slim is in Hollywood.
Celebrate Scorpio Sky, but the sky has fallen. The sky is falling in Championship Wrestling.
Slim's never looked better.